Let's head to Edo State now, where the reinstatement of Philip Shuaibu as the deputy governor of the state by the Federal High Court in Abuja has continued to elicit reactions from political observers. The court held that his impeachment by the Edo State House of Assembly was illegal and hence declared it null and void. In this special report, our correspondent Marvelous Obomanu gave a blow-by-blow account of events that culminated to the impeachment of Philip Shuaibu and his reinstatement.
The Edo State House of Assembly on Monday, April 8, 2024, impeached Philip Shuaibu following the adoption of the report of the 7-man investigative panel set up by the state chief judge to probe allegations of perjury and leaking of government secrets against the reinstated deputy governor. But if the allegations were discovered to be true, questions have been asked whether the State House of Assembly is empowered to try a case of perjury or if that responsibility belongs to the courts.
It is only the court of law that can determine the offense of perjury. Only the court of law. The assembly or the legislature cannot determine whether an individual accused of perjury has actually committed perjury because it's a criminal offense. So Philip Shuaibu enjoys immunity under Section 308. So if they have accused him of committing perjury, first, he couldn't have been prosecuted because he enjoyed immunity, and the House itself is not legally bound or legally empowered to prosecute criminal activities or criminal offenses against individuals. So on that count, it was bound to fail that couldn't have been enough solid legal and constitutional ground to impeach Philip Shuaibu.
In the wake of Shuaibu's impeachment, Governor Godwin Obaseki picked Omobayo Godwin as his deputy to complete Shuaibu's second tenure in office, which will end on November 11, 2024. Many believe that the relationship between Shuaibu and Obaseki actually broke down when Shuaibu declared his intention to run for governorship election in the state as successor to his principal, a move which the governor did not take too lightly.
The problem started when Philip Shuaibu was ambitious to become the next governor to succeed Governor Godwin Obaseki. That was the beginning of their political coil. So every other point you see is immaterial.
The impeachment of Philip Shuaibu, deputy governor of Edo State, was one of such acts of gross violation of the Constitution because that impeachment has all the trappings of political intolerance, political intimidation, an act that was calculated to subject the young man to the whims and caprices of the emperors that have taken the state by its jugular.
There are some who think that Obaseki's refusal to support Shuaibu was because the governor had groomed a successor, a claim he has told many will balance the power rotation in the state.
If he is allowed to contest, it will bring some kind of division to the states because some part of the senatorial district are already feeling that they are not part of the governance of Edo State because they have not had fair sharing in the leadership of in leadership direction of the state. I'm talking about the #1 seat of the state. So that was what the governor tinkered, and he said that he won't allow that injustice to continue. That what he wants to do now is that he wants to empower the other senatorial district within Edo State to also have the opportunity of being the #1 citizen of the state and give direction in the next 4 years. That is what is happening.
Others think that what played out between Obaseki and Shuaibu was a political witch hunt.
Philip Shuaibu was a victim and has remained a victim of the political victimization of his boss, of the political manipulation of his boss, and of course of the political calculations to impose his surrogate on the people of Edo State as governor in the next election.
In all the political drama, playing out in the state. The governorship election is just a few months away. Many will seek answers to questions now bordering on Shuaibu's return. Has his name been cleared from all accusations? Will his reinstatement cause an upset in Edo politics? And also, will Edo residents be the winners in all of these?
What happens to him is that he's trying to bail himself out of that disgrace. It is not about the salary. It is not about the 4 months. It might not even go to that office once, for the remaining 4 months. But the issue now is that he needs to get back his dignity.
The greatest joy and justice will come to him and the Edo people by the time those who hold the political suzerainty of government house and government instruments, the apparatchik of government that they are using in Edo State to subjugate the commoners and political opponents. When they fail in September election, then the greatest happiness for the greatest number of Edo people, including Philip Shuaibu, would have been achieved, and justice, of course, would have been achieved for Edo people.
Although the Edo state government says it will appeal the judgment of the Federal High Court, residents in the state will be more concerned about who will be their next governor in the coming months. In Abuja for News Central, Marvelous Obonman.